Alright, so today I got the Platinum Trophy for Resident Evil 5, but I didn't do it alone. I will be joined by my brother, and together we went through the ups and downs and the struggles this game had to bring. From the weird aiming system to not being able to move the camera while running, standing there like a noob while reloading, we had our fair shares of rage towards this game.
You might be dead.
Back me up! Shoot him, son! Where you at? Just standing there watching me, punch this boulder? Oh my god. But enough said. According to PSN profiles, this game only takes 30 hours to get the platinum with a difficulty rating of 4 out of 10. And it only takes 2 playthroughs, which I guess is somewhat true. Also, the game has a total of 51 base trophies. It does have 3 added DLCs, but I only did the base game trophies. With all that being said, the game opens up with one of our main protagonists, Chris Redfield, who arrives at a place in Africa called Kijuju to investigate a bioweapon threat. And it's here we also meet our other main protagonist, Sheva Alamar. She serves as Chris's partner, and we'll learn a little more about her backstory later. But for now, we follow Sheva and we end up meeting with this guy, and it's here we experience one of the best gaming clips ever.
She looks like Tomb Raider.
That's weird.
Did you put a fucking mod in this?
No.
With our guns and gear now finally equipped, we made our way through some enemies and finally getting a taste of what the aiming is like in this game, and oh my gosh, it sucked. On every weapon besides scoped ones, you aim completely standing still, locked in place. You also don't have a crosshair and you rely just on a laser, which sometimes can be hard to see. This aiming system was beyond frustrating and just completely trash. Anyways, after a couple minutes of just killing enemies and running for our lives, we finally get some assistance and leave this area, getting our first achievement of the game for completing chapter 1-1. Chapter 1-2 is pretty short, so there wasn't much going on during this chapter, but I did get the achievement for killing 10 enemies with a knife. And not too long after that, we encountered our first boss fight. Oh my god. No, bro.
What the hell is that?
I think that's what got Alpha Team.
That Ura Bruce? Go this way. Let's blow it up. Oh, no. I guess we're stuck in here now with it. Oh! Dude, this stupid reload freaking just sat me there. Wait. Blow it up, blow it up. Wait. Yes, get smoked. Oh my god, we're cooked but now because it's... Those were closed. Yeah, I know. It's... Okay, get ready to turn it on. I'll lower it in. Wait, he disappeared, Junior. Oh my god, look at it, dude. Hurry up, Chris! Oh my god, please close. Please close on time. Oh, yes. Watch it burn! Yes! Yeah, how do you like that? How do you like that, huh? Oh, that was it! Okay, so we could have just done that the first time. With our first boss out of the way, we would get out of that area and then be ordered to continue chasing after this guy called Irving. And with that, we would complete chapter 1-2 and get the achievement. The next achievement I got was during this somewhat cool moment where a truck is driving towards you and you have to shoot the oil barrels to tip it over. And after you do, a bunch of enemies horde out of a building, and with the last enemy being a bull type enemy, I used him to deflect an arrow with my knife to get Beat the Knife achievement. A little later, we ended up at this village, and after playing some Black Ops Zombies, I got the achievement Exploding Heads or headshotting 20 enemies. Not so far from there is this place where you have to help your partner get across to the other building, and during this a bunch of zombies will attack, but I hit the most perfect Steph Curry grenade throw ever to kill 3 zombies to get meat showered. And right before this chapter came to an end, we got hit with something we weren't expecting at all. Oh my god, what? Oh, what? I I didn't have my hand on the controller. I what? What? Okay, then I guess I'll leave my hand on the controller.
A few moments later.
Oh my god, dude, why are they on motorcycles? What is this? Oh my god, please tell me we didn't die again. I clicked it! I clicked it, what? Oh my god, and we gotta redo it again, dude. Anyways, here's the achievement for completing Chapter 2-1. Chapters 2-2 and 2-3 are both pretty short, but starting off with Chapter 2-2, of course, we'd finally catch up to Irving before he would get saved and swept away by this person in a plague mask, who we would fight later. But for now, we had to deal with a much bigger problem. But before we deal with our next big encounter, I would get the achievement Fireworks for shooting an enemy who's carrying a Molotov, dynamite, or grenade. From there, we'd watch a zombie have the most impeccable driving you'd ever see in your life. But in the back of that truck he was driving was our next big encounter, the PlATNIUMED move. Now this boss isn't actually too bad at all, and it's pretty straightforward if I'm being honest. There's a lot of proximity bombs laid around everywhere which you can use to stun the boss, or you can toss grenades at it if you have any. Then you just shoot its weak spot when it's down, and after a few times of doing this, we did beat the boss. And there isn't an achievement for defeating the boss, but we did get the achievement for completing Chapter 2-2. And I did say that Chapter 2-3 was also pretty short, and it is. We hop on a Humvee and take out a bunch of zombies that start chasing us, and in the process I got the achievement a drive-by for shooting the driver in the armored truck. And not too far from there, we would come across our next big encounter in Disu. This boss fight is also really easy and didn't give us much trouble. Later on in our professional run, this boss would give us so much trouble. But until we get to that point, for now we just get some more information as to why Chris is actually in Africa. Turns out he got some intel that his old partner Jill is still alive and here in Africa, and that's literally it. So with that, the chapter would come to an end and giving me the Chapter 2-3 achievements. Starting Chapter 3-1, Chris explains to Sheva how Jill apparently died, and it's here we also get a little backstory about Sheva. Turns out her parents worked at an Umbrella Corporation plant, and when she was 8, the plant suffered a disaster, killing both of her parents. Turns out that the Umbrella Corporation intentionally used her village's factory to test bioweapons, so she joined the BSAA to fight bioterrorism and avenge her parents. And with that being said, we would arrive at the marshlands. This place would also serve as our first major puzzle, and if you know anything about Resident Evil, they love their puzzles. Now this puzzle isn't actually too bad. All you have to do is just go around each island and collect a piece of slate that would come in handy to open a door. And after collecting all 4 pieces, we would make our way to the location before finding an RPG that would come in handy later. But before we would reach the end of this chapter, I would have an embarrassing moment.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Should I use the RPG?
Yeah.
I missed.
You missed?
Yeah. Anyways, here's the achievement for completing Chapter 3-1. Starting Chapter 3-2, nothing really goes on during this chapter that I thought was important to talk about. And it's also pretty short. So the only thing that happens during this chapter is during the segment where you have to wait for Josh to open the doors, I got the achievement to get physical for defeating 20 enemies with physical attacks. And not too far from there, I would get absolutely sniped by a grenade, which I thought was pretty funny. But from there, we would complete Chapter 3-2. Chapter 3-3 is also another short chapter with only a singular boat section where you have to pull down these levers and escape the enclosed area. We would make it out alive and catch up to Irving, who we've been chasing since pretty much the beginning of the game, but confronting him wouldn't be so easy. Oh no. Shoot him, bro. Just shoot him. Hooked. Okay, so is he like a giant squid now? Oh my god, we are.
Oh, God.
But like he's over here. Oh, he has a weak spot right there. Maybe this side now? Oh
Nope.
no, what the hell?
Uh,
What? Oh, he has like weak spots. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Come on.
Goodness.
Nice. There he is. Back with that. Gone. Ooh, nice. One more. I'm coming. What? Focus on his tentacles. I got him. Nice.
Nice.
Should be it. Hopefully. With Irving finally out of the way, we will start chapter 4-1. And this chapter to me was the most boring chapter ever and also very annoying. But at this point, our new target that we are after is the person in the plague mask. Following their trail, we would be led to yet again another puzzle, this time having to pull down some statue heads to access the other statues. And once you pull down all the statue heads, you would encounter another Papakera move. This time though, it's optional, you can just run away, which is what we did. We then get a cutscene between Wesker and this girl called Excella, who's actually pretty bad. And then Plague Mask shows up telling Wesker that Chris is here and they should leave. And with that, the chapter comes to a close. Starting chapter 4-2, you get thrown to yet again another puzzle pretty much immediately. Just like the marshlands, you have to collect these emblems which you have to put on a door. The only difference is this time you have a laser being shot in certain areas that you have to avoid while also being chased by enemies. This place sucked. But we aren't done just yet, since right after you complete that, you have to do another puzzle. Thankfully though, this one was less annoying. This chapter was also short, so here's the achievement for completing that chapter. Chapter 5-1 is the chapter where the iconic lickers appear. Now the lickers in this game actually aren't too bad, but I did have this crazy timing moment with one. Yeah, I can't do anything when it's 2 against 1, huh? Oh, never mind. The chances of that happening, wow. Once again, this chapter is pretty short, so nearing the end of the chapter, we would come across yet again another boss fight, this time fighting U8. Now, if I'm being honest, this is probably one of my favorite bosses that we fought during this game. It's simple and also really easy. Just shoot its legs to bring it down, toss a grenade in its mouth, and rinse and repeat. There's also these little flying enemies that drop you tons of ammo, so you aren't ever running out of ammo. But after defeating the boss, we would find the pod that Jill was once in when she was here, and of that, the chapter would come to a close. Chapter 5-2 is one of the more longer chapters. Nothing really goes on during this first half, but Chris and Sheva do end up finding out that Wesker is alive. And with that, we would have to make our way through this corridor full of lickers, which going through for the first time was actually pretty scary. But not far from there, I would get the achievement Baptism by Fire for killing 3 enemies at once with a gas tank explosion. Getting to the end of the chapter, we would once again have to deal with another boss. This time though, it sucked. Finish him. Yeah. Yeah, you burned, son. Oh my god. Yeah, we would go on to spend about an hour trying to beat this boss. It even got to a point where I had to look up a video on how to beat this guy because nothing we were doing was working. At the end, I just decided I would buy an RPG and use it on him. And thankfully, it worked and we beat the chapter. Now, these last few chapters in the game are going to be pretty short, and chapter 5-3 is one of those short chapters. Nothing really goes on that I thought was important other than this moment I had when I got absolutely bombarded by all these lickers. But getting to the end of the chapter, we would catch up to Excella, and it's here that Plague Mask person would show up along with Wesker. He then reveals who the person in the Plague Mask is, and it turns out to be
Jill.
are we gonna fight Wesker as well?
I think the odds are fair. 2 on 2.
Oh,
Right, Jill.
boy.
Christ.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me,
7
dude.
minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with.
There's no way, dude. Cap, bro. That's literally cap. Knife, 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 knife. Who is shooting me, bro?
Jill.
Oh, whatever, Wesker. What? Oh my god, he saw me, Junior. He found me. I don't know if he did or not, but I'm
Alright.
running. Oh my god, Jill found me. What the hell? Okay. He out? I don't know if we should be doing this. Like, he's not gonna see this. Come and watch. So don't shoot her and have
You're
the
not
deagle.
supposed to kill Jill.
Yeah, don't shoot her and have the deagle.
There you are.
Grab Jill. Oh wait, is that it? Oh my god.
I expected.
What's that on her chest?
We have to get it off her.
Oh, buddy.
That's what we're Jill. What are you doing?
Whatever, bro.
Come on, snap out of it. Don't do this, Jill.
Oh my god. Come on, Junior. Do it again, go. Alright, you know what? Grab her again, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Were we supposed to shoot it?
Chris. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Listen, I'm gonna be alright. You do need to stop him.
We can't just leave you here.
You have to. This is your only chance. If Wesker succeeds, Uroboros will be spread across the globe. Millions will die.
Well, yeah, but
I'm alright. You need to stop him. Take care of him. You're our only hope to survive this.
Finally nearing the ending of the game, we would begin chapter 6-1, and again, as I mentioned not too long ago, these last few chapters are going to be pretty short. Nothing at all goes on during chapter 6-1 other than having to just fight a bunch of enemies and his new enemy type with a minigun who is actually really annoying. We then get a flashback cutscene of Wesker talking to Oswald about Wesker's origin pretty much. Spencer reveals that Wesker was part of a secret eugenics project. Children possessing superior genes were gathered and injected with the progenitor virus, but Albert was the only one to successfully survive. Spencer confesses he funded this initiative because he wanted to become a god and create a new world filled with advanced human beings. But Wesker realized that his plan had failed and he kills Spencer to claim that a god doesn't need his creator and declares that he will achieve it himself using the Ouroboros virus. And with that, the chapter comes to an end, giving me the chapter 6-1 achievement. Chapter 6-2 is another boss fight. This time though, we are fighting Excella. Wesker had betrayed her and infected her with the Ouroboros virus after he viewed her as nothing more than a disposable pawn. He then then transforms into Ouroboros Ahari. After running for our lives, we would make it out alive for now, before having to go through a fair share of enemies before reaching the top of the ship, coming face to face with Ouroboros Ahari. Do I just risk using the RPG on it?
I don't know. Like, you okay?
Oh, use keycard. Okay. Oh, what is that? LTD?
There's your rocket launcher. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Is that you?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh my god.
Oh,
Dude. Holy
not-
flashbang, bro.
bro, my light's not on. The entire room just lights up.
I gotta see that for myself, man. With Excella out of the way, we would start the final chapter in the game. Chris and Sheva find Wesker through the security cameras and find out what exactly he is planning. With our plan to just go after him, Jill would contact us and tell us that Wesker's superhuman abilities come from a virus, and to maintain his physical strength and control, Wesker must inject himself with a stabilizing serum at a regular interval. With that, Jill also tells them that we must inject him with more of the serum to overdose him, poisoning him and making him unstable. So with that, we make our way to Wesker, but along the way, we would have to go through a bunch of enemies. But I did get the achievement Lifeguard for saving my partner when the dying symbol is displayed. And of that, we would finally catch up to Wesker and have our first boss fight with him. Now, the first half of the boss fight isn't actually too bad. The game provides you with an infinite RPG, which you have to use. Once you shoot him and inject him with the virus, Wesker retreats to his stealth bomber, and it's here where it all goes down. Oh my god, are you serious, dude? Dude, these quick time events are so dumb.
A few moments later.
Genesis is at hand, and I will be the creator.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
Why
this
can't
time of
why
event.
can't I just have my hand off the controller, bro? Oh my god.
20 minutes later.
Oh my god, please tell me I got it. Oh,
Oh my god.
dude. I am so done. These quick time events, bro. It's Resident Evil. Oh my god. Oh my god, and we gotta watch the whole damn cutscene, bro.
Eventually.
Wow. Oh, there it is. The volcano. You think he still teleports?
Hopefully not.
To die, Chris. Do you really?
Bro.
Well, there's one statement.
Oh, come on.
Oh, of course he's coming after me.
You, Drip.
Yeah, I mean, not surprised.
The survivors stronger. Humans have escaped this winnowing for far too long.
Drip, punch the boulder.
Where?
It's right here.
Well, I don't know where you're at. And how
Right
am
here,
I?
Drip. Look
How am I
here.
supposed to get up there? Hold on, I'm freaking playing dodging simulator over here. Come on, where are you? Oh my god. Okay, I'm out.
He's coming to you, Drip.
I know.
You might be dead.
Back me up! Shoot him, son! Where you at? Just standing there watching me, punch this boulder? Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna break that door.
Okay. I got it. Oh, it's way across for you.
Yeah, yeah. It's like this. Oh my god, you can't touch those.
Video game cutscenes. I can't make it across. I can't go back to you.
No, it's fine. You're good. You're good. I can climb up. It just takes forever.
Oh, I'm so cooked.
I'm coming, dude.
Okay, we got a checkpoint. Thank God. You should rock it. Hold on. When he exposes it. It's on his back. Well, hold on. Okay, shoot it. Shoot it. Because I have no ammo. Wait, no.
I know.
Turn around, buddy. Turn around. Nice!
My god. Oh my god.
Oh, yes. There's no way, dude.
Chris, Sheva, use those.
Oh, yes. One last final blow.
Locked and loaded.
Suck on this, Wesker.
Your time's up, you son of a bitch.
Yes. Oh, damn. With the main story finally done and out of the way, we would start working on the cleanup, which honestly wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But for now, the first achievements we were focused on was the egg hunt achievement, and I'll explain why soon. Now, in order to get the egg hunt achievements, you need to have each egg in your inventory, and we didn't have any. We found the white, brown, and golden egg all on Chicken Island. The only egg we needed was the rotten egg, and I did look up where the best locations is they spawn at. So in the process of trying those spawn locations, I would get the achievements: a friend in need for saving your partner when the help symbol is displayed, heart stopper for defeating a liquor by stabbing it in the heart, and then we finally found the rotten egg on our second attempt using this method I found to get the egg hunt achievement. Now, the reason as to why we went for this achievement first was so that we can duplicate the golden egg to get a bunch of money, because if I'm being honest, I wasn't going to spend hours of my time farming money spots. So we spent a little bit of time just duplicating the golden egg until I found out that we can actually get an unlimited golden egg. So I joined the Resident Evil community Discord and asked if anybody had an infinite golden egg. Surprisingly, I got a response pretty quick. Now, I don't have the footage of when I got the infinite golden egg, but to keep it short, it didn't work. So to the person who responded to my message, and if in any way you ever see this, thank you for your time, but it didn't work. So instead, we just duplicated the rotten egg since it gives more money, and after a little bit, I finally had enough money to purchase all the weapons and upgrade them to get Take It to the Max and Stockpile for obtaining all weapons. With all the weapons finally unlocked, the next few achievements I was focused on was the killing achievements. These are all very easy, so the first achievement I got was crowd control for defeating 30 enemies with the Gatling gun. Right after that, I threw a rotten egg at an enemy to get egg on your face. Right after that, I got cattle prod for killing 30 enemies using the stun rod. I then had to play as Sheva for this next achievement since you can't use the bow as Chris, but I had some of the best aim with this thing. I'm literally Green Arrow, dude. Oh, I missed.
Yes.
That guy up there, ready? Got him. Anyways, here's the achievement for killing 30 enemies with the longbow. The next achievement I was going for was Ride the Lightning. Now, if anyone watching this goes for the platinum, the way this trophy works is you have to kill 3 enemies with the electricity. The trophy description just says to kill an enemy with the electric current, but I did that and it didn't work until I had killed 3 enemies at the same time. So after finding out that that's how it worked, I got the achievement. And stop, drop, and roll for defeating 3 enemies at once by shooting a oil canister to set them on fire. All these achievements, by the way, I got in less than 20 minutes by just playing the first half of chapter 1-1. But this next achievement I got during chapter 2 3-2-1, where you have to chain a combo in one go. Just get to the part where Steve Harvey appears and just stagger him to perform the combo, and the trophy should be easy to get from there. With all the more easier achievements out of the way, we would now focus on some of the more harder ones. By this point, we were focusing on collecting all the BSAA emblems and also collecting all the treasure in the game. But in the process of that, we got the achievement Bad Blood for damaging Wesker a set number of times. Immediately after that, we got Master of Removing for saving Jill. The next achievement we got was Badge of Honor for finding all BSAA emblems. And from there, we would find and collect the last treasure to get They Belong in a Museum, and boy did this take a while to get. After that monstrosity of collecting all BSAA emblems and treasure, we would start our professional run. Now this honestly wasn't too bad, and it's mainly because of the infinite RPG, because I wasn't going to spend more time playing in agony. So for the most part, we didn't have too much trouble until we got to the Indisu boss fight. We spent about 30 minutes just sitting here dying over and over again. I don't get why we did spend so much time on it, honestly, but we did, and it's the only thing that stopped us from progressing for some time. But finally, after a little bit, we did beat this boss and just powered through everything else pretty easily, and the Wesker boss fight was also extremely easy. So after beating the game on professional, we would get War Hero for beating the game on professional, and Veteran for beating the game on veteran. After beating the game on professional, I would then use my exchange points to get all dressed up for purchasing all the costumes for both characters, their action figures for collecting all the figurines, go into the light for killing 2 enemies with 1 flash grenade, read aspirin for killing an enemy with a headshot while it's jumping, who do you trust for building up a certain level of trust with your AI partner, and finally the Platinum Trophy. Overall, I didn't think the game was too bad. I do of course have so many nitpicks and my dislikes about this game, but I didn't think it was too bad or as bad as people say it is. I do plan on making a series on platinuming all the Resident Evil games at some point, so from here on out, all the games will be in order. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.